America's distinctive relation to gun property, fixed as a law in its basic law, is as well in the medium of an emotion and separating discussion on the importance of the other correction of the joint state basic law. 27 Speech How offer its countrymen the law to own guns and as well, in the view of lot critics, helping Porter in a civilization how sees more than of its own human beings annihilated by comrade countryman gunman in guns rather than in any some top income nationality in the planet. Cannon-related deaths evolve in tragical occasion through the nation every day, in more than rather than 1,800 human beings annihilated by guns the year 1, on to Gun Abuse File, a no-for-profit team. But it is frequently massive shootings how kindle the discussion above gun monitoring in the US and how light the searchlight on its stance as a world emission. There's a see at how America's gun civilization compares to the otherwise of the planet. The quantity of gun accessible to a civilian population is alleged at about 310 millionth, onto a 2009 Domestic Institution of Judiciary, NIJ, paper. India is household to the other largest citizen gunshot stock, alleged at 46 millionth. The largest enhanced estimates, now more than rather than a 10 years old, location the world citizen gun hiding place at about 650 millionth. Onto Switzerland-based Little Weapon Examination, the quantity of citizen guns has largest potential rising with 2007. Gunshot manufacture continues to spread world, outweighing the effects how gun destroying might include. Onto the Little Weapon Examination, the accurate quantity of citizen-owned gun is unfeasible to accurate since of a kind of factors consisting weapon how go undocumented, the illicit trading and world dispute. Onto the examination, a most, 66%, of U.S. gun owners own repeated gun, in almost 3/4 of gun owners proverb they couldn't think not possession a. While it comes to gun massacres, the U.S. is an abnormality. Down there are more than social massive shootings in America rather than in any some nation in the planet. In October 2017, 64-year-old bandit Stephen Carell fired in crowds collected at the Harvesting Piece of Music Fest in Las Vegas. 58 human beings were annihilated and more than rather than 500 human beings were injured. It was the deadliest massive survey in contemporary U.S. story. In 2016, an assault at the Heart Rate Night Club in Orlando leftward 49 human beings corpse. In 2012, Adam Lanza went on a survey binge in Newtown, Connecticut, murder his mom up killing 26 students and personnel at Sand Crochet Basic High School. In 2007, 32 human beings were annihilated in the Virginia technology slaughter. Such a massacres include induced debates on gun monitoring, but they as well growth consumer demand for guns and regulation cover the selling of gun are losing now how they were a year back. The unique guideline was portion of a episode of moves undertaken by the Obama authority to try and restrain gun abuse following some efforts unsuccessful to preliminary in convention. Globally, limiting gun laws include tested to do a distinction in curb massacres. The U.S. has one of the highest rates of die by gunshot in the advanced planet, onto Planet Public Health Organization information. Our calculations relying on OECD information of 2010 show how Americans are 51 times more than potential to be annihilated by gunfire rather than human beings in the joint realm. Largest US gun owners, couple thirds, say a main cause they own a gun is for their private protect, on to the Pew Research. Yet, the most of America's gunshot-related deaths are ascribed to personality harm. Cannon-related suicides are 8 times high in the U.S. rather than in some top-income nations. Globally, the U.S. sees less cannon-related murders rather than lot of its southern neighbors. Onto the Little Weapon Examination, El Salvador is now household to the largest cannon-related murders in the planet, eliminating busy warfare zones. In guns murder more than rather than 90 human beings for each 100,000 of people. Of 2010 to 2015, Honduras saw the highest averages of cannon-related homicides, in guns murder 67 out of each 100,000 human beings down there. Venezuela and El Salvador are shut over above the identical 5-year time, in 52 and 49 cannon-related deaths, accordingly, for each 100,000 of people. The U.S. bet above how time is 4.5 canon-related homicides per 100,000 human beings. U.S. law coercion agencies are not required to paper on gun killings by police force. Frequently, such incidents are written as legitimate homicides, and may or may not be turned on informal murder statistic, on to the little weapon examination.